prepare supper, boy.
I'm your professor. I got the touch to do more than the rest. Confess and can't compete. I'm elite, I'll defeat. Elite and mystery. Make mincemeat of other fools. Cause I'm the brother who'll snatch up the funds and make lonely ones stop. Think for a moment, okay? And then sway while I convey debt we must do away with all the stress and the strife. So God bless your life. Words that are meant to manifest. Words that are manifest.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Sanity back with another Soul Sandy sneaker review. Today we're going to be talking about the Air Jordan 17 Low that just released last week, August the 8th. But honestly, I don't know where it actually released August the 8th. A bunch of the Tier Zeros got them late or early, or not at all. No sneakers release. So this is kind of slipped. It's been drip feeded from my GTA players to us. You know, basically, it probably eluded some people who weren't in the know or don't have maybe post notifications on for sneaker Twitter or Unboxed app. You know, plenty of notification services out here for sneakers. But because of those, I was able to get mine and Rich's. But outside of that, seems like they were pretty easy to get for anybody who still wants them. At the time of recording this video, I'm pretty sure Greensboro Social Status still has them if you're local to our area. So make sure you go check out my boy Key at Social. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the original aspects of the Air Jordan 17, some things maybe you didn't know, and kind of talk about what it seems like Jordan Brand is doing with these post 14 releases. But before I go any further, I do want to give a huge shout out to UFOS. They did send me a new pair of shoes for the free ski. This is my first actually like gifted pair of shoes, so man, it feels surreal, and I really appreciate you guys. And I highly recommend anybody who does not have a pair of Thorough Mules to go grab yourself a pair. They honestly look a lot better in person than I thought they were gonna look, and they are really comfortable. Like, I know everybody's raving over the Mind Slide and everything like that, but these are super comfortable, and they don't have as much of a... These could be outside shoes, inside shoes. The material gives you that kind of versatility, and it's got the green foam insole, and the bottom is soft as well. These are definitely super comfortable, so shout out to the team over at UFOS for sending these over. I really appreciate you guys. For anybody who is interested, I will link these obviously down below, and this is the Ukuzi Thermo Mule in men. I do suggest that you go up or go true to size. These are a little bit snug on me. They said to go up because they run big, but not big enough for me. I usually wear a 9.5 and I went down to a 9, so probably true to size or up, honestly, for anybody who's a wide footer. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and talk about the black pair. So the patent leather Air Jordan 17 that just released last week did come in the Air Jordan face box. This is actually the original box for the Air Jordan 17 Low. All the Air Jordan 17s originally released in 2002. It released in 4 high top colorways. It released in 3 low top colorways, and it released in 2 mules. So it went the Air Jordan 17 at the time in 2002 was a $200 sneaker, which was the most expensive Jordan up to that point, and probably one of the most expensive, you know, shoes on the market at that time. The only other shoe at the time that was probably $200 was the 990, but this was probably one of the first basketball shoes to retail it. This was probably one of the first basketball shoes to retail at $200. Obviously, it did come with a case, which I'm going to show you guys later as well, that could have attributed to that price point. But the Air Jordan 17 Low did come in the face box in 2002. So technically, this is closer to original specs. I do have another Air Jordan 17 here. This is the Carolina Blue pair. I was not able to get these in the face box, but they come in the kind of later 2010 style black and chrome box. But let's look at these. Social status, shout out to you guys. Super quick shipping as well. I got a pair from Ama Manier and a pair from Social Status online the same day, I believe, Monday. And they were here by Thursday. So, and that was the day that my actual social got them. So, you know, it would have been the same as if I got them in the store. So I'm glad I was able to get it out the way so I don't have to worry about it. But these are super clean. They are actually a twist on the original black and chrome Air Jordan 17 low that was released. So it was not patent leather. It was just actual leather. So this isn't a true retro. This is more of a reimagined, if you will. I know they haven't used that term in a while, but I still think that the series exists in someone's head somewhere over at Jordan Brand when they choose to take inspiration from one product and kind of switch it up with the detail at the end. And while I go through these, I'm going to go ahead and add these into my Unboxed app. So for anybody who does not have me already on the Unboxed app, make sure you guys go to the description down below and add me on here. I am in the process of adding all of my shoes. I'm probably a little bit over a fourth of the way done, maybe a third of the way done with adding all of the sneakers in the room. Me and Eli try to get in here and knock out 10 or 12, you know, whenever we can, but it's, you know, very here and there. So while I can, I'm going to knock out all of my Air Jordan 17s that I have currently as I go through this video with you guys. So. Shout out to Mike over at Unbox, man. Really appreciate you guys for helping out the channel, and I'm glad that I can promote your service because this app is phenomenal. Honestly, it's a great way to catalog your sneakers. It shows you what you've worn. It really does a lot for anyone who is trying to organize. You know, all my OCD folk out there, I think I got a little bit of it, but not a whole lot. So really appreciate y'all. Allows me to keep up with how much I paid. Paid a little bit over because of shipping. Add these, size 9.5. I'm gonna go back in here. I'm gonna take a picture of the receipt. Obviously, if there was anything to happen in the future, this is great insurance. And then we're also gonna take a picture of the sneakers themselves to show proof of possession. This will archive the date with the sneaker as well. So super solid feature. Love that. Actually, I'm going to leave one of these out since this is the sneaker that we are talking about here today. It really isn't a review about these, but more so just kind of a talk with you guys about, you know, Jordan Brand as a whole. So since the release of this sneaker right here in this big box, that was the first Air Jordan 17 that I got, and probably the most recent Air Jordan 17 to release since the Soulfly, which was like around 2018. That was the all yellow lightning all-star looking one, but it was all yellow. So this is actually the original style of the briefcase that the Air Jordan 17 High would have released in. And currently what we are expected to get the Air Jordan 17 College Blue expected to be released next year in. However, the original did come with a CD-ROM as well, but it did come in this style of briefcase. I was able to get these. This was actually, for me, one of my biggest sneaker purchases, you know, kind of in memory, because this is the first shoe I bought from Social Status. This is the first time I went to Social Status and bought a sneaker. It was the first time I had to obviously stand in line for the live raffle, and I won. And it started a long streak of winning for me, and I really cannot be more grateful for all the sneakers that I was able to get at retail, but this was one of the first ones, and it was my first Air Jordan 17, and honestly, it was just a big moment for me. So really appreciative to be able to have, you know, been as fortunate as I was. So, but obviously it comes with this textured foam inside. There was some paper in here. I have since gotten rid of the paper. The briefcase pairs do retail at $300. So they were $322 after taxes. I do also have this pair. However, shout out to James Whitner and shout out to John Hull. I really appreciate both you guys for me being able to get these because I could not get them with the case, but I was able to guarantee myself a pair where I probably would not have been able to. And these were $240, which was the retail price without the case. So if anybody is wondering where Jordan Brand does their markup and pricing for the cases and everything, the case and packaging is about $60 worth, including, you know, wholesale to retail markup. All right, let's go ahead and add these in right here real quick. Man, y'all are lucky I love y'all, man, because these are not easy to get out of they're easy to get out, but it's a whole lot to put it back, you know. I had these kind of tucked away. Really didn't want to do that. For anybody who doesn't have any Air Jordan 17s, just know they do crease very easily. So I've only worn these three times, which is a lot for me, to be honest. But they crease really easily. I don't know if you guys can see that quite on the camera, but you know, 322, 39, save. Proof of ownership, receipt. Let's get that. Great. And then let's get a picture of these bad boys right here. Proof of possession. Phenomenal shoe, man. Designed by Wilson Smith III, who was a big part of one of the other recent Air Jordan 17s to release, being the Infinite Archives that did release last year. Another tan Air Jordan 17, well, another tan retro 14 plus model coming in the form of Air Jordan 17. So, all right. Move this table over. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and let's do these. So this was the next pair of 17s I got. Like I said, I just explained where I got them from. I have worn these once as well. Phenomenal sneaker. This is probably the most popular colorway so of all of the Air Jordan 17 lows, being the white and lightning, because that was worn in the 2002 All-Star game while Michael Jordan was with the Wizards. Let's go ahead and add these real quick. Okay, for sake of video, I'm going to use these, even though they may be the old pair. We shall see. Yeah, that is definitely the old pair. The style number is old. So I will make sure I hit up Mike today and get those put in the app. So for anybody who doesn't already, for anybody who follows me and, you know, is doing this alongside me, we will be able to add these soon. Usually only takes them a day to add any of the sneakers that I hit him about. So we'll get those added ASAP. And last but not least, this Air Jordan 17 I got, was that this year? Earlier this year, Doernbecher Freestyle. This is the Zach Rumbaugh Air Jordan 17 Doernbecher. So this one, I have a review up about these guys if you want to check that out, so you can kind of see some of the details from these. But this is an Air Jordan 17 high. Oh, dang, I got stuff all over it. I did recently wear these to the J. Cole concert. I mean, the bottom looks good, but there is something on the side. I use my Rejuvenator behind me to go ahead and clean that up. But super good sneaker. This is my one and only Air Jordan 17 high until the College Blues come out next year. For a while, we were rumored to get that white and red pair last year, but that did not happen, unfortunately. So we'll just have to wait. But honestly, we've received 2 original colorways of the lows, a spinoff, and we have the expectation of getting the first of the 4 high top Air Jordan 17s back next year. So honestly, that's pretty good in like a 2 or 3 year span. So Jordan Brand, you're doing great. I don't care what they say about you. You're all right in my book. And let's go ahead and add these in here. So I did want to talk about some of the other 14 plus models that are releasing, or have released recently, and just to kind of, you know, show the scope of what Jordan Brand is doing with this, because this used to be something that we didn't get. Like for a long time, we were not getting anything but Air Jordan 1s and Air Jordan 4s. And I mean, you know, a few things sprinkled in here and there. We haven't got a 7 in 2 years since the Citrus, if I'm not mistaken, or the Chambray, whichever one came out last. But now we are seeing a shift in the what people are willing to buy, you know, shift in the hype, if you will. Honestly, I hate to say it like that, but you know, a shift in the culture of what people are accepting of. So we got, obviously, the Lightnings came out first, then the UNC 17s, then the Infinite Archives, then these, then recently we got a Air Jordan 15. This was kind of like they updated the shape on the 15 to kind of change it a little bit. Releasing actually today, supposed to be today, on all of the in-store raffles were today, at least. There's no sneakers released for this sneaker still, was the Free the Youth Ghana 16. That was released. There's supposed to be another 15 and 17 coming out later this year. And like I said, the return of the college blue 17 next year and the return of the cherry wood 16s, if I am not mistaken, if those are still on the docket. That is a huge uptick. Like, I don't want to do percentage because I don't have a complete statistic, but like over the last 4 years, this has to be like at least a 400% increase on the 14 plus models that we're seeing in comparison to the last 5 years before that. And I'm speaking from what I know as a sneakerhead in the time that I've been one. So I can only speak for what I've seen and through the research that I have done, which is pretty extensive. I would say this is a great time for sneakers. Honestly, these are selling out. It's not like everything is sitting, like a lot of things are sitting, these aren't. But this is still a great time for sneakers. All of these I have gotten for retail, and I think you could too. It's called having good sneaker karma, good sneaker energy. Me and Rich call it that, which basically means don't be a scumbag, don't resell, and the sneakers that you want will make their way into your possession if you are patient enough. You have to be patient. You have to do the legwork, enter your raffles, and be willing to wait on some other things. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to say no to some certain sneakers. Everything is a price point game for me. I wanted the Slam Hyperflight that came out yesterday, but I have not purchased it because I would like to get it at a lower price point if I can, so I can save some money and hopefully make it through the rest of the year with the sneakers that I want. There is a lot more sneakers I want this upcoming few months, what we have left in 2026, so I am definitely excited. But let me know down below, guys, what do you guys think about the 14 plus models? Are you guys excited? Are you completely, like, do you hate it? How do you feel about these models? Is this just a hype thing? I honestly have always been a fan of up to 20 and after. The 40 is okay. 20 and after has been kind of iffy to me always. I don't know what I did with them in the process of moving. I did have a pair of 18s for a while, but I have never had the chance to purchase 15, 16, may have on the way, a 19 or a 20. But I am glad that I am getting the opportunity to get a lot of sneakers that I was not able to get before. So I hope you guys feel the same way. Let me know down below how you guys feel about this spike in 14 plus models. If you love it or hate it. And then obviously I'm going to link my friend code down below for the Unboxed app. Shout out to Mike, man. I really appreciate y'all. And I will catch y'all guys out on another video. We do have podcasts coming. This coming week is being filmed. So just keep an eye out on the channel, man. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. We really appreciate all of the support for everything. It helps a lot to get these videos created. There's a lot of work that goes into it behind the scenes. So every like, every comment, every share, it means a lot to all of us. So we appreciate you here at the Soul Sandy Sneaker Podcast, and I will catch you guys out on another video. Peace.